Salud.
Salud. Cheers to
We're on the
insurance,
pod.
success, prosperity 2023.
So, what's going on, guys? This is Chris, the Insurance Guy channel. We got Jeff. He is a captive agent, and he is a genius when it comes to sales and, in general, just operations when it comes to growing a large insurance agency. So, rocking the Adelphia hat today, which is
Definitely love the hat.
appreciate that. So, Jeff, dude, what's going on, man? Let's just talk.
Nothing much, man.
Don't need to. We could just free flow it,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm excited. We had a great 2022, I'm sorry. And I feel like we learned as a business an incredible amount. When do we not?
For
Right.
sure.
And I feel like every single year you learn so much from the prior year to where you always want to take and learn and grow and do all these things. And I'll tell you, you cannot overdevelop in being an insurance agent. So,
For sure.
you know what I mean? So it was definitely just a year of growth, man. Excited for
sure.
next year.
Let me just turn this music down. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
distracted if we
Yeah.
keep that going. But yeah, dude. I think that's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's much better.
We got some good tequila, some really nice glasses, by the
Yeah,
way.
thank you.
Dude, how
Those
much
were a
are
gift.
These like expensive glasses?
I have no clue.
One question I want to ask you, I think we've talked about this a bit.
Yeah.
But what is your primary focus in 2023? Like, what is the number one, like, this is where my agency is going this year, and this is our number one mission. Like, this is how we're going to take it to the next level.
100%.
Obviously, I'm just assuming, but that is obviously the case. You want to go to the next level. What are you doing?
Absolutely. So training is a major focus of ours. Like right now we train, but we're all over the place. So like one thing, me and my office manager, we've been working on this all this month, is we're creating a calendar that'll be pre-prepped up the month prior for every single training. So all with our meetings, the one-on-ones with me and staff, to where we do our trainings like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the material we're covering. So having a month-to-month training calendar that's dialed in, locked in, prepared to go.
Interesting.
And that's one thing that, like, obviously somebody gets COVID, somebody gets sick, somebody blah, blah, blah. And I feel like this last year, we're always like, oh, this person's out, so we'll wait.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is the training important? Like, why is training the thing for 2023? Like,
I just think like, that'd be good for my back. What I've learned through this journey, and I've only been doing this for 5 years, but the more comfortable my team members are with the products and how to do the presentation and practice before it's live, they take off. So really, when a team member is not selling a certain line of business, through my experience, they really don't understand it. So that is our shift this year, where because I can produce all day long. I can write huge premiums, that's great. But I want that focus, how you said, what's the shift this next year? I want to get at least one of my team members, my sales team members, making minimum 90,000. Like that's my goal for them. And once we start to get one, then it will feed to the next, then it will feed to the next, then it will feed to the next. And I think like right now I got a great staff, but to take it up a notch, they need to be more comfortable with those larger financial service cases, etc. And it's all going to happen through our consistency and commitment to training.
So do you think that them hitting the 90, like, obviously I think everybody out there wants their people to make money. They make money. Everybody wins.
For sure.
It's just an overall, just everybody wins.
Absolutely.
But one thing about, so like the training is one, okay, great. Now they know what they're doing.
Yep.
Motivation to do it, to get them to lead. There's two things there that I think that are factors, like motivation to close those deals, and then on top of it, the opportunities, like the leads need to be there.
Absolutely.
Like, so what are you doing to get those two things in place? Like the motivation, obviously energy and team, whatever, but what about leads?
Great question. So leads for us, marketing, we're a little bit more restricted on the captive side for like what's compliant versus what's not. So with the way that we can compliantly get as many leads as possible is I can furnish property and casualty leads all day long. I can
furnish?
Give them. Give them leads.
Just hand them.
Right. Give it to them. And my expectation is 5 quotes a day. Just super simply. 5 quotes or hitting 50 calls. Pretty simple. They do that 4 out of 5 days a week. No problem. So that's
5 quotes?
Yeah, 5 quotes a day. whatever, whether that's a work comp quote, whether that's a GL quote, whether that's an auto and home quote. Auto and home count as one, but like 5 presented household quotes, 5 different households. That's what our goal is. So if I can provide them with those PNC quotes, however, I need them to pivot the life insurance. I have a very large, we've got 2,300 households in our book of business. So I mean that, and I have 500 term products currently, more or less. So, and a lot of those terms are in the same household. Sure. Like we could have husband, wife, and then 3 whole life policies for the kids, right? So like we have a lot of like multi-line households, but however, there's probably 85% of my book of business that doesn't have life insurance. So that's the motivation for my team, is to call on my book and make that stronger connection to our company so that they don't leave, because they have the auto, they have the life insurance. We're also trying to get a little bit more into the health game, the disability, those types of products to multi-line those households. So
let me ask you something about the life insurance. Something I've noticed, and I made a video about this actually recently, about the difference between a PNC agent and a life insurance agent. Maybe you watched it, maybe I don't know. But the one thing I've noticed is like these people that are like these life insurance agents, dude, they're like these like entrepreneur, like they're basically recruiters. Yeah, they're not really selling life policies.
Multi-level marketing.
Yeah, but they're not selling shit, dude.
They do sell.
No. I've talked to a couple. Like they're not selling shit. I'm telling you because I've talked to them.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, how many policies have you sold? I asked them these questions. I'm like, well, how much premium have you sold this year in life? And they're like, well, like we have 70 people under us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, dude, but how many have you sold?
Yeah.
So like, not hating on it completely.
Yeah.
Like it's its own game.
Yeah.
But dude, a lot of the people that they're recruiting also, what I've noticed are like low level producers that are sometimes not the most qualified people. Like I would never buy life insurance from them. So they're in these like hardcore like MLMs, bro, basically.
I know. And I know that they exist. I don't mind it. I love taking business from those types of companies because I know where they're at.
Do you rewrite people?
Absolutely. Well, my question is like, hey, if you have term life insurance, I just have a quick question. After 20 years of giving the insurance company the money, you get that back, right? Right?
No.
Yeah. People are like, what? I'm like, you don't get that money back? If you got 15 minutes in the next week, I would love to have a conversation with your family, because instead of you paying a bill, I would love to show you another way to save.
Right.
So I mean, there's different like things that like I just know those certain carriers.
Okay, I mean like, okay, let's just say they're like, no, that's way too expensive. I can't do that. Now what?
In what regards? Like they're
just like the whole life's too expensive.
The whole life, or even like a return of premium.
Well, yeah.
So death benefit is key. No matter what, if I meet with a family and they still have to think about it after they come to me and said, yes, Jeff, we've been talking about it, or yes, we know we have it, or like, yes, we got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. We're both working. If something happened to him or I, we're up shit creek, basically, right? Like my major goal is if they can't afford that big product or the one that they desire, I have them leave with the term policy, because it's called guaranteed insurability, right?
But they have to leave with something.
They have to leave with something.
Dude, I'm just going to say this to the camera real quick. If you have a 1-year-old or a 3-year-old and you do not have life insurance in place for yourself, you are
Call Chris.
You need to give me a call, give a call to Jeff, and do not be irresponsible for your family's financial future.
That's very true. And so remember, and everybody always wants to think about it, and that's totally fine, and you should. Just remember, while you're thinking about it, the insurance company has to think about it, right? Because for your $45 payment, if you're gone tomorrow, my company's on the hook for $1 million.
Yeah.
So who really has to think about it? So just remember that whole thought process of actually thinking about it. Because remember, not making a decision is also making the decision that a lot of the times you didn't intend to make.